welcome back to my channel. So I have an extremely exciting video for you guys today. I have these box right here. Hello. And this is a box from Taobao slash YoyBuy. So I used a shipping agent to buy things from Taobao. I used the shipping agent YoyBuy. I went on Instagram and I just like put up a question like, what do you guys recommend? And someone recommended YoyBuy to me, and that's what I used because I feel like maybe it was the most user-friendly, or maybe I just randomly chose it, I don't know. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk about my experience buying these dolls, these extremely inexpensive dolls. These are so inexpensive, it's like absurd. But I also want to talk about my experience on Taobao and YoyBuy and what I dealt with, and maybe something that you guys would be interested in knowing if you're interested in using this shipping agent, or if you're interested in buying things from Taobao. I'm going to put a time stamp on the screen if you guys don't want to hear about my experience with Taobao and YoyBuy. Maybe you've bought from Taobao and you just, you know, don't care. I'll put a timestamp there just so you can skip to the unboxing of the dolls. I went on Instagram a couple months ago and I saw hiyaaaa. They're just a beautiful artist who does beautiful illustrations and they sculpt dolls. They're like so talented, but I'm gonna link them down in the description box. They posted a story about how they picked up a doll from Taobao. And I always knew Taobao was a thing, but I feel like I just never could kind of get into it because it's like, if you guys don't know what Taobao is, it's basically like it's like kind of like AliExpress, but only Chinese people can use it. I've been on there before, but you need to make an account to use it, and it just seemed like a lot. So I just never got super into it, but I know that a lot of BJD collectors use that website to buy things. But hiyaaaa was talking about how she bought a really, really inexpensive BJD that she was just extremely impressed with. And I feel like I collect BJDs, but I also collect inexpensive BJDs because I get the most excited about those. Yeah, I get like way more excited than if I buy something that's like 500 bucks. So the doll that hiyaaaa was talking about was an Ufdoll doll, so it was Ufdoll. And I never heard of them prior to this. I actually remember seeing one of their dolls on eBay, but I didn't know that this was this brand because I was looking at it and it was like a beautiful doll, but it was only at like $120, so I just assumed it was a recast because I didn't know anything about it. And I didn't buy it at the time, and I really actually kind of regret not buying it at the time because it wasn't a recast. It's a legit doll. It's a legit brand. Ufdoll is a legit brand. Oh, so the dolls that I picked up were I have one Ufdoll doll here, and I have two, okay, I'm going to horribly pronounce this. I have two Fenjiexian dolls, and one is from the Garden series, and the other one is like a blind box, and I'm sure you guys have seen these if you've been around like the BJD hobby on like Instagram and stuff. But a couple months back there was these blind box little like elf anime BJDs, and I remember when they first came like on Instagram, I was like, are these recast? Because they were 50 bucks, and I was just like, how are these BJDs $50? Like how? But they're not recast, they're legit. I missed out on getting one of these dolls a while back, and I regretted it because I guess I assume if something is like so inexpensive and cheap that it's just a recast, which is kind of stupid. But also the BJD hobby is not, you know, the cheapest thing in the world. A lot of the time dolls are at least like 150 bucks to 160 bucks. Maybe if you get like a really tiny doll, it's a lot less, but if you want like an MSD doll, like you're gonna be spending that. But yeah, so I saw these dolls, these Fenjiexian dolls, in stock on Taobao, and I just wanted to pick them up too. So I got one Ufdoll doll and then two Fenjiexian dolls. These are all anime dolls, by the way. I really want an anime BJD because I have gotten more into anime like sculpts. I still prefer like more realistic sculpts, but I've gotten more into anime sculpts lately. So I wanted to pick up one that wasn't like extremely expensive, because I'm not like super into it, so I don't want to drop like $400 on one. But yeah, so let's talk about pricing real quick, and then I'll get into my experience on Taobao and YoyBuy. And I wrote down notes because it's just kind of a lot. So the Ufdoll doll that I bought was $120, I want to say, and then the two Fenjiexian dolls, the garden one and then the Goblin. I'm gonna call it Goblin because that's what it's called on Taobao. The blind box doll was, I believe, like $55 to $60. So all of these all together for these 3 dolls, it came out to like 220 bucks. The shipping was absurd, which I'll get into. When I first went on to Taobao, I think another reason why I never got into it is because when you make an account, you need to put in your phone number, which is fine. But I put my phone number in and made an account, and then every time I would go on the website after that, it would just put me to the login thing, and then I would put in my login, and then it would just not log me in. So I couldn't use Taobao. And for this first doll, for the Ufdoll doll that I bought, I actually only used, so you can use YoyBuy's like search system and look things up and not use Taobao, but you get more stuff if you just look things up on Taobao. Taobao translates a little bit better than if you were to just use YoyBuy. So the first doll that I bought, the Ufdoll one, I like literally had no idea what I was buying because it just translated so bad. And the pictures, like if you clicked on something, it didn't switch the pictures, and there was like a couple of head sculpts and stuff and a couple of options. So I was like, I don't know, I'll just pick this and hopefully it's the right thing. And if it's not, I guess I'm getting what I'm getting. I don't know. Luckily I bought the right thing. You can request pictures from YoyBuy, so that was really helpful because honestly for each of these purchases I was like, I'm like 95% certain. Well, for the first one, I had no idea what I was buying, but, or I had like a vague idea, but it was like a 50-50% chance that I wasn't buying the right thing. And then for the second one, I was like 95% certain I was buying the right thing. But yeah, so all through this, I actually learned that baby, I guess, translates in Chinese to doll. Just saying, that's a little interesting bit of information. Also spot, so spot, translates to in stock. So if you're looking for an in stock doll, spot translates to in stock. So the first doll that I bought, the Ufdoll one, I bought it and then I don't know why this happened, and it was my first experience of buying something, so I was like so confused. I got a little back and forth with whoever the agent was that was like messaging me, but I bought one doll and for some reason they were like telling me I bought 2. But I bought one and I paid for one, but they were asking me for another like $120. It was really confusing. I told them, like, after a little bit of back and forth, I was like, no, I want one doll. I don't want 2 of the same doll. And they like got it figured out. But that was like my first little hiccup with YoyBuy. When I kept getting logged off of Taobao, I ended up making an account with my husband's phone number because you have to use a phone number. And then it was fine. So his phone number worked out okay. I feel like the kind of misconception, or at least the misconception that I had with Taobao, is that a lot of the dolls on there, like, I think people kind of link it with AliExpress and just assume that they're the same thing. There's a lot of things on Taobao that are not on AliExpress. I feel like with AliExpress, it's basically just all recasts, or like 99.9% recasts. So maybe there's like one lone legit store on AliExpress, but for Taobao, it's very mixed. There is legit dolls and there are recast dolls. And the dolls that I picked up are all legit. I made sure of that. But there are like sellers, like I think Mask Cat has a store on there. I could be wrong. There's also like just some Chinese sculptors that just sell their dolls on Taobao and they're not really much of anywhere else. They're very inexpensive. So there's like one doll that I really want. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll put it on the screen because I'll just edit it in. But these sculpts are like beautiful and I really want one of their dolls, and it's like 150 bucks, I think, or like 180. So kind of comparable to Resin Soul. I'm gonna put a helpful website in the description box just talking about, because I feel like now I really know how to order off of Taobao with a shipping agent, but when I first started I like had no idea what was going on. But there is a blog post that basically tells you some words like for BJD things. You can type in the Chinese version of them and I believe more things come up, so it's kind of helpful. But I will link that down below. Like, it has the word for spot if you want an in-stock doll. It has the word for BJD. So I wanted to talk about something that I found very confusing when I was buying dolls is, so I got the one Ufdoll in and it came in like really easily. I purchased it, it was in stock, and it came in. And so I just assumed that every other purchase after that was going to be like really easy breezy, but it wasn't so much. So The first doll, so after that first doll, I bought, I really liked the body of the Ufdoll dolls, and I wanted the more realistic one. So I bought the anime MSD one that they have, the anime girl MSD, and I wanted to get the more realistic head, also on an MSD body, because again, I prefer more realistic stuff. So I bought one because it was there and it was available to buy. And it said when I put it in my cart, sensitive item or sensitive good, and I didn't know what that was. So I went around Googling, because I know that in the United States, like if I wanted to ship something overseas and it said like sensitive good, it would be something that's like a chemical that isn't good. Like some countries have, you know, restrictions on it. Because when I lived in Kuwait, I was shipping like Mr. Super Clear into the country, and I had to pay like just way too much money in taxes for it. So I know that that's a thing, but I was like, why would a doll be like that? Like that doesn't make sense, because it's not a chemical. So, and then also I bought the one doll and it was fine. So I just didn't understand. Basically what it means is the doll is, there's a low chance of it being in stock, or there's low stock. And I think that this is kind of, I'll be honest, I think this is a little bit crappy. But basically it means you can't use PayPal. And I believe the reason why you can't use PayPal is because they automatically put your money back into your YoyBuy wallet. So like if I wanted a refund, I can't really get it, like, because their preferred means is putting it back into your wallet. And I can't dispute it because I don't have a PayPal purchase. So that was just something that I ran into that I thought was kind of crappy. And I thought it was kind of crappy because when I ordered the one thing and it was a sensitive good, there's like a lot of dolls or BJDs on Taobao that are sensitive good. So you're just kind of running into this problem a lot. So I tried it from a different seller, the realistic Ufdoll MSD, and the same thing. It went back into my YoyBuy wallet because it wasn't in stock. And I really wanted that doll, but so I ended up not being able to get that doll because it just wasn't actually in stock anywhere. And I was getting kind of worried because I was like, okay, I just want BJDs. I don't really want like anything else on this website. And now I have like $120 credit. And it was annoying going back and forth because I was just trying to I was trying to buy anything basically that was like a legit BJD. And then I found the Fenjiexian dolls and I was like, okay, well I wanted these a while ago, so I'll pick those up. But yeah, if anybody's selling that Ufdoll realistic MSD doll, hit me up because I want it. But I don't want to go through the process of ordering it off of YoyBuy again. I was in luck that the Fenjiexian ones were actually in stock, because there was a point where I was like, I guess I'm just gonna buy a bunch of like t-shirts or something. I don't know what to buy. Like, I guess I could buy wigs for BJDs, but whatever. So yeah, that was kind of a crappy thing that I ran into. So if you can, I guess, stay away from sensitive goods on YoyBuy. The last thing that I wanted to go over was that shipping was extremely expensive. I knew that shipping was going to be expensive because it's from China, but I didn't know it was going to be to this degree. So shipping to get this over was $150. I actually should probably pull up, because there was like a couple fees. I know that they charge you like 20%, I believe, of your total purchase, which is fine. Like, I actually think that's kind of a steal. But there were a number of charges and shipping was just very expensive. My products altogether were $230. The shipping was $132. The service fee was $23. The insurance was $10, which is fine because I wanted insurance. And then when you order things from YoyBuy, you can request a photo to make sure that you got the right thing. And I requested a photo for each of these just because I was like so confused as to whether I bought the right thing. But that was $2 each, so that was $6 altogether. So when I initially went to check out for shipping, I chose like, I knew I wanted expensive shipping because I just don't really trust inexpensive shipping. I know that a lot of people get things with inexpensive shipping and it turns out fine, but I just don't really trust it because I've had things lost in the mail before. But I thought I was getting like, I thought I was paying like $80 in shipping, but for some reason they tacked on, or they said it was because the volumetric weight. I have no idea what that means, okay? They tacked on another like $50. It was just, I don't know, it was just a little weird to get like hit with another $50 bill for shipping. But you know what, whatever, I guess, it's fine. It was just almost the cost of the dolls. All the other fees I don't really care about, like, but the shipping was just way more than I thought it would be. So I guess that's a heads up if you are buying from this website. I mean, I guess you could get really, really cheap shipping from there, but I don't think it has tracking. Let's get into what's the most important part. So that's my experience with Taobao and YoyBuy. And let's just get into this package, okay? It's very duct tape. Put the camera down and just show you guys. I've been doing this lately instead of just like opening it and showing you guys. I don't know if it's better. Here's my knife. Oh, we gotta open it. All right. Also, this feels, by the way, very, very light. I hope that there is $3 in here. If there's not $3 in here, I'm gonna be really irritated. But it feels like there's not $3 in here. I don't know if they put them all in one box or something, but they definitely had the box when they sent me pictures, because they showed me pictures of the box. So I don't know, y'all. Pray for me. I hope this is this. All right, I'm seeing a box. Please be $3. Oh, I don't want to pay another whatever for shipping. I'm gonna be real mad. Okay, I can smell the resin. Okay. All right, one. Let's see. I'm seeing two. Please be $3 in here. Hold on. Okay, we got $3. Yes. There we go. All right. Let's just pull them out one at a time. This is Ufdoll. It's nothing fancy, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Ufdoll, by the way, these dolls are, they just fell out. These dolls are plastic, so they're not resin. The Fenjiexian or whatever are resin. Oh, here's the card. Okay, so this is the doll that I bought. Little anime princess. Wow, is this like the COA? That's actually really cute. It's like a, I don't know, it feels like a trading card or something. This is, I guess, like a stringing guide. Here's my first anime doll! Wow. Okay, so here's the seat. Oh my god! Wow. So pretty. Let me see. Her eyes are like interestingly, I'm gonna point the camera up, but her eyes are like kind of small, which is kind of cool. I don't know. And her mouth is like the cutest thing I've ever seen. So cute. Okay, let me put her down for a second. She came with the tiniest piece of sanding paper. Thank you. And then a hook that I assume you can put maybe inside her neck or something. And a little, this crunchiness is annoying. A little, like, what are these called? Magic erase sponge. And the tacky stuff that you put on the eyes and stick them in. And it comes with anime eyes, which is pretty cool. I don't know, like, okay, these look, probably not gonna go with these. They're not the cutest. They're just kind of like basic, which is fine. But it's nice to see the general shape because I don't do anime eyes. I don't really know a lot about them. I don't know the most about resin eyes to begin with or making BJD eyes. But it's cool to see like the general shape and size that would fit in her head because I don't know what I'm doing. Because I don't know anything about it. So that's that. So that's all the stuff it came with. If you guys have any other recommendations for inexpensive BJDs, please let me know. I love inexpensive BJDs. This body is the cutest thing. So this was actually, if you guys know Gopi doll, this is actually the body that those come on. Oh my god, it's so nice. I really like the like shape of it. And if the like little knees, if you look, they're in the shape of, zoom on the knees, not my face. They're in the shape of like little teddy bears or like little bear heads, which is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Her little hands, look at them, she's like, I love her. Oh my god, her mouth, look at her mouth. Look at her mouth, look at her mouth. Hey, no, stop zooming in on her boobs. Look at her mouth. Oh my god, so cute. She's got the little bear elbows. Let's see the posing. This feels like so nice and smooth. I have no experience. Wait. I don't know if this counts, but I was gonna say I have no experience with like plastic BJDs, but I guess I have a Obitsu, like with doll body, but that's not really a BJD. This is actually just like a plastic BJD. Okay, there we go. That's quite bended. How is it like? Okay, no. Yeah, it feels so smooth. It's so interesting. Like, it's not as heavy as a resin BJD, but it doesn't feel bad. It just feels different. And she's really nicely strung. Like, I feel like she'll stand well, and I don't feel like I'm like posing her around and she's like ripping back or anything. Very cute. Okay, let's see. I also feel like if you have some sort of like MSD head lying around and you need a body for it, this is probably like a really awesome option because one, it's cute, and two, it's quite inexpensive. And it's beautifully sculpted. Like, this is some cute, like the joints and stuff are cute. She doesn't really have any, like, she does have some seam lines. So like, for example, right here, there's a pretty kind of intense one. But yeah, it's her head cap. So it says like UF on there. So that's awesome. I am so happy with this doll. What am I gonna do with her? I don't know. I just wanted an anime doll. Now I have 3. I've come to realize that my preference with anime dolls is anime dolls with lips. There's some anime dolls that don't have lips, and I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I think they look really flat. Like, whenever I've seen them, I feel like I can tell that they don't have lips. I'm just not crazy about it. But yeah, so all these dolls have lips, which is exciting. There is a website for Ufdoll if you want to look at their dolls. There are quite a few of them on Taobao. There's also one in stock on AliExpress. They have like the 1/8 body, which is very cute, by the way. And I thought about buying it, but it has like clay hair or sculpted hair, and I'm just not crazy about that. But yeah, so let's do, this is so cute. Okay, so what is this called? Is it called the Goblin doll? Dividing line. Okay, the dividing line dolls. And then this is also dividing line because they're from, or they're by the same people. This one has a little bit less articulation than this one does, but they're like the same price. And yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll do this one first because this is the first one that I ever heard about. The boxes are honestly really cute. I like how like cute and compact. Here's the box. Pretty simple packaging, but honestly, like, what do you expect for a $50 doll, you know? This is, I guess, it smells like resin. This is the little card. Which one did I order? I think I ordered this one. So I found from the seller that you could pick them, like it wasn't a blind box. I think all the listings on Taobao, you could pick them. Which is good because I don't know. There's teeth ones. I'm not crazy about the teeth ones. Are they on here? Yeah, there's 1, 2 with teeth. There's also supposedly a purple one and a black one, but I've like never seen anybody get that. So, yeah. Little head. What's wrong with his little head? Hello? Is it upside down? Oh, okay. Oh my god. Look at that little teeth piece. Oh. Cute. Okay. This is packaged pretty well. And it is made of resin, if you're wondering. The head has nice movement to it. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit. The head has nice movement. This is also double jointed, little hands. It has like similar hands to the Ufdoll doll. Oh my god, so cute. The ears, ah. I need to learn. I like this little like, I like how chunky these are. I like their little chunky legs and little big hips and stuff. This is such a good doll. I don't know, it makes me so like, I want to give the person more money than $50 because it's just, I don't know, I feel like I'm like, you guys are underselling yourselves. That's interesting. Wow, that's really interesting. So it has like a little thing here. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little rubber thing that's making the head movement like way smoother, which is why I was like, oh wow, it has great head movement because it really does. I've never seen like this level of motion on a doll, but it has like a little thing up there. I've never seen that before. That's so cool. It's like sueding it, but with a little rubber thing. Okay, I want to compare this and the Garden Series one that I have. It's so cute. I feel like they're like opposites because the boxes are so different. I'm also curious how the body has changed because it has an extra joint. Maybe she just, or he or whoever sculpted the doll just like threw it in there, like an extra joint on top. Okay, last but definitely not least, we have this. I'm very excited about this one because I really like cutesy dolls and this is very cutesy, so this illustration is so nice. This is like, I love this. I feel like the front is like kind of Art Nouveau-y and that's my jam. All right, I'm just gonna open it. I think the one that I ordered is named Nunu on Taobao, but I don't know if that's like the actual name. Okay, so here is like, I don't know, maybe it's the COA, who knows what it is. The face is so cute. I feel like they have similar faces, the two that I picked. The little, oh my god, this is gonna sound so weird, but I like how pronounced the earlobes are. And this is very similarly packaged. Are their feet the same? I feel like everything's gonna be the same except for the chest piece. Yeah. Oh no, I'm dropping stuff. Okay, so chest piece. How's the chest piece work? It's pretty limited, the movement on it. Like, that's kind of it. But you know what, whatever, you know. Does this one also has really nice head movement. Does it have the little, yeah, it has the same rubber thing. That's really interesting. So they're not exactly the same, just looking at them. Yeah, hold on, I'll do, like the bodies aren't exactly the same. This one has toenails, and this one, my Goblin guy doesn't. Oh, don't want to hurt you. The hands are different too. And the bodies are like a little bit different. The legs look like longer. This one looks a little bit more, I'm gonna hold them up, hold on. Yeah, I feel like there's way more of a difference than I thought there would be. So these are them. They're like the same height, but this one looks like it has like bigger hips, and this one has a longer torso than this one does, which is interesting because I literally thought they were just the same exact sculpt except for this one has a chest joint. But the hands are also different on this too, and the feet. This one has like nails and this one doesn't. So let's just compare, or not compare, but let me just test the jointing. These are kind of quite different. Like, so the little demon elf person, I feel like this joint looks better than this one does. Like, this is very like kind of jagged and a little, just not as smooth as this arm joint is. Huh. Like, they both have very similar posability. But this one's just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. And then the legs, I feel like the leg joint is gonna be pretty much the same. These are also strung quite well. It's just a little weird because I assume that they would literally be the same thing, but again, like the leg joint, it's like the same thing. Like this is a little bit more aesthetically pleasing than this is. This is just very like jagged, whereas this is a little bit more kind of flush. I like that this one has toenails and like fingernails and stuff. That's kind of cool. But that's how that goes. Just sort of how you expect it. This is the same. Yeah, I definitely picked two very similar faces. Oopsies. These are their faces. Zoom in, please. Hold on, maybe I can hit it. Okay. Wow. It's just really interesting. I don't know. I thought that they would be like literally the same doll, but they're very much not. I mean, they're similar, definitely, but I thought their bodies would be exactly the same. I'd say they're really similar, but I definitely like this a little bit more. All this resin smells making me a little nauseous, but yeah, so that's all the stuff I got from Taobao. I'm sorry if this video is very long. I just wanted to inform you guys my thoughts and everything. I'm so excited to have just a bunch of anime dolls because, like, yes, I had 0, now I have 3. If you guys have bought anything from Taobao, let me know what you bought. If you've bought any legit BJDs, let me know. If you've gotten anything from Ufdoll, let me know, because I think they're just a really good, more inexpensive option for people. And I mean, Taobao shipping was really expensive, but there are cheaper options for Taobao shipping. I just don't have faith in like shipping services, so that's why I always buy really expensive ones. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Like this video if you like this video, subscribe, it makes me happy, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Bye!